And we can't be lulled into a sleeping, into a stupor because of the media. And they're never going to tell you the truth. And so that's why we need people like Charlie Kirk.
Well, and also it gives us an opportunity to really show the contrast between the truth of Christianity and the lies of Islam. And I want to comment on the wokeism stuff too, everybody, which is that if you know of a church that has a gay pride flag outside of that church, that is not a church. That's something else. And we need to stop treating them like churches or calling them churches, because you should not desecrate the name of the Lord with the homosexual flag outside of the holy place. Period.
And you know,
You're here to do 4 words. Jesus said it. Love God, love people. 4 words. Every day you should be loving God and loving people. But love does not mean acceptance.
yeah.
If I saw that Steve was in a repeated, declared, sinful pattern of behavior, would it be loving or unloving for me to tell him? It would be unloving for me not to tell him. The loving thing is where you see a brother or sister stumbling for you to correct it. Now, you don't have to scorn.
So we are going to do the national anthem first, just to start things off. After that, I'm going to do a little prayer just to start off everything, and then anybody that wants to speak, I'm going to get up, say something, and if anybody else would like to come up and say something as well, do that, just so everybody has an idea of how everything's going to go. Let's get it going. Of course. If they would like to share their thoughts or feelings on the subject, it's pretty much an open stage, so just let me know. Yes, sir.
All right, not a mic guy. Kind of the opposite than Brian. I'm here more initially for political stuff, but the real reason I came out was because of Charlie. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens all the time, and I usually just kind of stay home and drift through it, but the reason I'm here is because of Charlie Kirk, and returning to faith pretty much, and that's really all I have to say. But
hello everyone, my name is Hope, and my faith has been stronger than ever since Charlie got assassinated. The plan from the adversary was to keep people like us quiet and to make us scared and hide away, and it did the exact opposite. We are louder and bolder than ever. I know I am, and I'm ready to scream at the rooftops the truth, which is God's word. And I'm just so thankful that I got to be around during such a historical time period for our country, because I really am believing in the healing of this country, and that it'll go back to how it has always supposed to be, where we are not afraid to speak up, whether we agree or not, and that we just have the utmost freedom. So keep praying for our country.
My name's Chris. I had a friend text me when Charlie got shot, and I couldn't believe it. And the first thing I did was go try to look, see what happened. And it was horrible. Horrible. My whole afternoon was destroyed. I couldn't believe it. Silence a guy that's just trying to speak, that's trying to have active debate, open communication, conversation. You know, Charlie said it. When conversation stops, violence happens. And that's all he was trying to do, was have conversation. I got home, and I got a 17-year-old daughter, and I asked her if she knew what happened, and she goes, well, yeah, I heard, but I heard he's a bad guy. And I'm like, well, have you looked for yourself? Where have you heard he's a bad guy? Well, social media, my friends, everybody said. I said, I want you to go look. Go see who Charlie was. Go see what Charlie did. Go see who Charlie talked to. Go see how he talked to those people. He wasn't violent. He wasn't hateful. He wasn't racist. He was a God-loving man that was trying to help young people in this country and in this world. That's all he was trying to do. She came back 6 hours later in tears. Dad, he wasn't a bad man. I don't know what they're talking about. And you have to make sure that your friends and your kids and everybody you know just doesn't believe everything that they see on social media, especially kids. because what they're being fed on their feeds is what they believe. And you have to have conversation with your kids. Talk to them. They need to know the truth from you guys and from people that they can trust, not what social media is telling them. Charlie was doing some great stuff in this world. Politically, religiously, he brought so many people to God. I've been going to church, the same church here, for a long time, and it's never been so packed. People are coming home. They're coming back to Jesus. He didn't die in vain. I mean, it sucks to see him go, but he was doing God's work, and he had a heart. And to watch another human being, regardless, I don't care if it was Joe Biden or I don't care if it was anybody on either side, to watch a human lose their life is hard, and for that to be celebrated is even harder. Love your family, love your kids, and keep an open conversation with everybody.
Well, I do not like speaking in front of people, but this is for sure a reason to be up here. I am shaken to the core by these events, and I have been for many years. I've watched what's been going on for years and trying to figure out where this divide is, and I finally figured it out. It's good and evil. And God is back in my heart. I watched that memorial and saw that room lit up with love and peace and forgiveness. And I knew right then what side I was supposed to be on.